Hello and welcome in. Jason here from New Oceans Digital. Today I'm going to show you how to rank higher in Google Maps. And be sure to stick around until the end because you're going to learn what 82% of people do online before ever doing business with you. Well, I'm so excited for this one, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So to kick things off, we first want to talk about why you want to rank higher in Google Maps. So if you own a small business that sells products and services to a local audience, then becoming visible in the first 3 spots of Google Maps, also known as the Google Maps 3-pack, should be a top priority. Appearing in the Google 3-pack will generate more traffic to your website, more phone calls, and more leads. So one study found that nearly 70% of smartphone users say they use Google Maps more frequently. On top of that, out of 3.5 billion searches that happen every day, more and more are considered to have a local intent. Plus, according to Google, 83% of US people who visited a store said they used online search before going in. Any business that is serious about getting found in today's digital age needs to utilize the power of Google Maps. And if you're just getting started with local SEO, you first need to set up your Google My Business page. And if you're not familiar with Google My Business, I'll add a link in the notes below to watch my video on how to set up Google My Business for fast results. Now, before you can expect to see high ranking results, you need to understand what the Google Maps ranking factors are. So there are 8 ranking factors that contribute to ranking in Google Maps and the local 3-pack. So those ranking factors are Google My Business, links, reviews, on-page signals, citations, behavioral signals, personalization, and social signals. So it's important to note that Google's local algorithm works differently than their organic search algorithm. So Google's local algorithm analyzes all of the signals listed above and ranks listings based on the following 3 areas. So first, proximity. So this is how close is the business to the searcher. So for example, if I do a search for air conditioning repair and then someone else does a search for air conditioning repair 50 miles away, we would likely get different results. So that's how proximity works with Google Maps. And then second is prominence. So how popular or authoritative is the business in the area? So in the example here, we can assume that the number 1 ranking law office is likely more popular than the businesses listed below it. It's more authoritative or popular. And third is relevance. So how closely does the listing match the searcher's query? So in this example, I changed my search from lawyer to workers' comp lawyer, and I get different results that are more relevant to my new search term. So now that you have a handle on how the local algorithm works and its ranking factors, I'm going to share 7 pro tips so you can rank higher in Google Maps today. So number 1, complete your Google My Business page. The status of your business's ranking in Google Maps correlates directly to the completeness and accuracy of your Google My Business listing. So this is because Google wants to be able to display as much information about a business to consumers as possible. The more information you supply Google, the more Google can supply its searchers, and the more comfortable it will be with ranking you higher in the results. Now, number 2, use a local phone number. Google doesn't like toll-free numbers like 800 numbers because they're frequently used for spam. Instead, use a local telephone number with the area code of your location. This will help you rank higher in Google Maps and will also verify for searchers that you're a local business. And number 3, keep your hours updated. Google Maps tells users if a business is open, closed, or if it's opening or closing soon. So keeping your business hours updated allows your potential customers to know your status. Because there's nothing worse than driving 30 minutes to a business that's closed when the page said that they were open. And number 4, build local links. So links are still one of the largest ranking factors in Google's algorithm, both in organic ranking and in Google Maps. One of the best ways to start building local links is to utilize your local relationships around town. Think about other businesses that you work closely with or organizations that you support. For the highest success rate, start with businesses that you already have a relationship with or know well. You could offer to write or record a testimonial in exchange for a link, or perhaps you could co-create a piece of content that benefits both of your audiences. And number 5, use local keywords on your website. So make sure the important pages of your website are optimized for location-based searches. So this means placing geographically modified keywords into their titles, headers, body, image tags, and URLs. So for example, you can see here on the page, when I search for air conditioning repair, this company was the first organic search result. And as you can see, they use geographically modified keywords throughout their website, so they show higher up in the rankings. And number 6, make sure your website is responsive. Google ranks its results in an effort to provide the best possible experience for its users. The majority of maps and local searches are performed on a mobile device. So if you're listing links to a website that requires pinching and zooming, has broken links, or is slow to load, your ranking will suffer. A responsive website functions consistently across any device or screen size, so make this a priority. And if you're not sure if your website is mobile friendly, you can check with Google's free tool by searching for Google Mobile Friendly Test. All right, and number 7, get more Google reviews. So reviews continue to be one of the most important components for ranking in Google Maps, but the benefit of building more reviews is not purely for the purpose of SEO. In fact, research by Bright Local showed that 82% of consumers read online reviews for local businesses, with 52% of 18 to 54-year-olds saying they always read online reviews. And here's a pro tip: don't ask for a review too early. Only after you've had the chance to solve their problem with your product or service should you be asking for a review. Don't make the mistake of asking too early in the relationship. Now, by investing in local SEO, you'll be able to drive local leads to your business on a consistent basis. Many local businesses make the mistake of only doing the bare minimum when setting up their Google My Business profile. Don't make that mistake and treat Google My Business just like you would any other social media account. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button below to get more of my best marketing tips and secrets for your small business. Then, leave a comment below to let me know which of the tips you plan to implement first. Are you going to make sure that your website is mobile responsive, build local links, or start getting more reviews? Either way, let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to helping you improve your online presence in our next video.